Was a bank teller for a short time. Then she started to be a housewife of our 4 children that we had, and homeschooled them for 14 years. Our 2 youngest, and we've got 4 children. She said, I can't tell you how long we've been married, but our youngest child is 38 and our oldest one is 54.
We'll go from there. What? Sorry. No, keep the mic.
We're going to ask you that first question. Yep, keep the mic. You're on the hot seat. So we'll go ahead and
Put on my glasses.
over the years, you've seen what works and what doesn't. What do you see as the number one thing that's necessary for longevity and success? You said you've been doing this 27 years, so longevity and success in your life.
Well, there's a saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So it's really important for me to start the week out making a plan, for the week. Usually my morning times and the evening time, we're planting season right now. We got 5 acres where we plant a garden, so it's busy time. But I usually try to carve out the time in the afternoon from like 2 to 5 due to contact me that I need to do from my list of 15 names, that list that they talk about we need to have. So it really helps me keep on track. If we can start the week off planning our week, things activities that we have, and then carve in that time. Somebody said we got to treat this like a business, and that is so true. Otherwise, it won't go anywhere. But anyhow.
Over the years we've done, as I said, I'm a college professor in marketing and management, and I've studied this very strongly. Would you like to know the one thing that 100% guarantees success in this business?
Yes.
We don't know. There's no magic bullet. Lisa gave her thing. She showed you 4 different people with 4 different things. You got Nick. Nick's got a way of doing it. Well, the way he goes, I might try his, but it might not be right for me. I'm not in his age group. I work with a different clientele. His people are on social media. Erica, her people are social media. They're on, we got customers that don't even have computers, let alone emails. So we have to do it a little differently than them. Talk to the other people here. Find out what they're doing. See if it works for you. It might not. You have important things. Follow-up, extremely important. Going to events, extremely important. There's a lot of things that really, use the products. Be the best user of the products you have. But for one thing, folks, there ain't one thing, at least not for everybody. There might be for you, and you just have to find it. Thank you.
Say amen. And the one thing I would say is don't quit, right?
Oh, definitely do not quit, because you'll have ups and downs, but keep at it and it will pay off.
Thank you. And going, Gabby, we'll go ahead and move over that way. Please introduce yourselves. Who are you? Where are you from?
We are Joel and Gabby Merritt, and we live in southern Indiana with our 5 children. And we have been a part of Neolife Products for 21 years, and the business for 6 and 7 years, something like that.
So, I'm sitting there like mesmerized. Well done. The question: what has been the most valuable aspect of Neolife for you? Had the most impact on you? Personal growth, lifestyle, income, vacations, car bonus, whatever. You don't have to talk about all of them. Just which one?
Okay, for me, I would say personal development. And I don't think, other than my sisters have known me since birth. I mean, Dwight, we've known me since I was 5. How crazy is that? But I was not, I can talk to anyone down there, room level, face to face, and I'm fine. And you give me a microphone and I would just start crying. And so the microphone was not my friend, and Alan has pushed me. Started with Joel. He made me sing at church with him one time, and God brought me through that. And I said, you know what? If God wants to help me, then He's going to just have to take away the emotion of it. So, anyways, So many of you have come up and encouraged me, and just thank you so much for, seeing improvement, but I have to say, you have to be pushed into it, because you can ask Alan, I don't think I've texted him asking him if I could talk every cheer on stage, so. For me, it would be personal development, and I think too, just, you have some kids that are more shy, some kids that are outgoing, but like, I think that, just trying to show them that you can overcome, that the Lord can help you be someone, that He wants you to be, and to not be fearful. So I would say that, along with, just marriage too. I mean, it seemed like everything, when Joel was in farming, he went out and farmed, and, we would our paths would cross and stuff, but it wasn't like we weren't working together on something. And to me, that was something we always had talked about. It was really important to us to find that, whether it was flipping homes or whatever it was. But I think that has been amazing, just seeing our strengths, using our strengths, to build a business. So he is the brains behind it all, and I'm the mouth. So it's kind of like Moses and Aaron, right, Micah? And so maybe I do the talking, but so anyways, we work well together, so.
You mentioned all the other things. They are so unique to this business. Coming from farming all my life, it's a lot of hours, and it's a lifestyle. And you get a return for what you're doing. You plant seeds, you wait, you grow, but it consumes you. It is what you're doing, and you don't get away. So this business brought vacations, some incredible places we've been to with incredible people, and this business brought a different kind of income, a residual income that you work, you apply all these concepts you've been learning the last couple of days, and you build this business by helping folks, and you receive income. And you receive income, honestly, some days you might not work, or you might be on vacation and you're still getting paid. You're sleeping, you're still getting paid. And it's incredible. It's a whole different way of thinking, and most people don't understand it. And I still, wake up and this is crazy. This is crazy. But it's an amazing way to do it. But I would say for us, for me, one of the most incredible things has been the community. This community, there's so many folks here that are, whether you're just starting out, or you're contemplating building a business, or you've been doing this for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, the community has been a key player in your lives. I know that because I've talked to most of you. The community has been amazing in our lives, my life, your life, for personal development, for friendships, for accountability, but it's been amazing for our kids, who 4 of the 5 are here right now, and many of your kids are here. So we want them to be around you guys. We want them to learn from you. They're learning these same skills that we're learning, personal growth, they're learning, and they're rising up. They're taking, they're taking steps. You'll see, actually, they're going to have a Young Guns panel coming up pretty. That's going to be cool. So the community is amazing. And so anybody that's not here, anybody that's watching, needs to be here the next time, or at Summit in July. But this community is magnificent.
Love it. I love it. Lee and Sue, the most knowledgeable and spry teenagers on the stage.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're Lee and Susan Adams. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. We have 3 kids, 3 grandchildren, and 1 due within a week. So some of you know Stephanie, and so we're looking forward to having a new grandson here in a week or so. But we've been with Neolife 23 years, and it's been a blessing to us in many respects. And Susan's been a nurse, and she retired officially a couple of years ago, but they still want her and need her, and she goes back occasionally, and it's a great blessing for her and for the people that she ministers to.
So, you're gonna ask us a question.
But for the sake of the audience, most of you don't need the money on this stage. Most of you are doing this from your heart. And it says, but what excites you and drives you to continue to build your Neolife business?
So we really love helping people with their health, and the wealth is good too. And we really appreciate 6 of our team who are here and spent the time and money to come. So thank you. Elizabeth and Jody are watching. I hope they had to go home. So we love our team, and we know that the scriptures say that our bodies are the temples of the Holy Spirit, and so we need to take as good care of our bodies as we can, with the knowledge that we have, and to be good examples to our kids, to be healthy so we can have fun with our grandkids, as long as the Lord keeps us here.
Right. And so we enjoy helping people. Some of you know that I was involved in ministry for about 30 years, and I worked with Campus Crusade for Christ, now called Cru, out in California and Arizona, and then we were overseas for a while in Austria, but with a different group. But then I came back to Colombia and helped start a ministry there. But in 2001, we met Josh, and through a series of events, we started with Neolife, and it helped us, and we've been with them. We just used the product for about a year and a half, but then decided, because of some changes in having 2 boys going off to school, we needed some additional income. So we started looking at it as a business, and that's how we got involved in the business aspect of it. And it was after we had met a lot of the leadership of Neolife and also the SAB, attending different conventions and whatnot, it really impressed us with the quality of the products and whatnot. So, one example of how we're able to help people, I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce in Colombia, and last week I was talking to a guy that I met, and he asked me what I was doing, and I said, I told him about Neolife. And he asked me what I did before Neolife, and I told him, and he said, well, that's interesting. He said, well, I'm on my own spiritual journey, and I've been searching for meaning and truth about what is real and what's important in life. So we had a great conversation about what is truth, and I mentioned to him about Lee Strobel's book on the case for Easter, because Easter had just recently passed. And so we see that Neolife helps people with their physical situation, but oftentimes it builds bridges to have deeper conversations about real heart issues. And there are a lot of people that are searching, there are a lot of people that have different health, spiritual health problems that we're able to speak to as well.
I was going to grab the mic and say that because Josh never gave up on us, and he called us every week, every month, for a year and a half, almost 2 years. Like, hey, can I come over and do a meeting? No. How do you like it? But then he came, and the first time, 5 people came, 5 people signed up. And he did the flip chart. And it was great. Besides, these are the best products and the best company that we ever found.
Absolutely love it. Zane McCartney. Better than I was going to. I love it. Who are you, Zane?
It's already been said, but I'm without my wife, Summer McCourtney, and she's a great inspiration, and through her health challenges, that really is what got us into Neolife, and we were looking for a solution, not only for her chronic illness, and I also had some problems, and a couple kids with sickle cell anemia. We lived in East Africa for 10 years. We were looking for something that would not only work, but then financially take care of us due to all the bills that usually accumulate when you have chronic illness for long periods of time. So that gave us a lot of compassion for people who have been through similar situations, and kind of propelled us after years of ministry. I was also a farmer, but got me involved in helping others, and so I'm a health coach now, and encouraging, inspiring people who kind of come along the same journey that we have come.
Amen. No, he's a missionary for 10 years and adopted how many kiddos?
Yes, I have 9 kids.
So a lot on his plate. A lot on his plate. Really wonderful family. Missed Summer. Absolutely love her. The question was, if someone on your team starts to drop off or give up, what advice would you give?
I've been in Neolife about 5 years. I didn't say that, and on the products. And as soon as we saw results, I started sharing it because I was very impassioned that this was an answer. And being a farmer, knowing that our foods are incredibly important for our health, and John elaborated on that so well. I do drink raw milk. I was a raw milk dairy farmer. I love that stuff too. But yeah, I started sharing right away and learned and grew, made a lot of mistakes, and it's been a process. And so ups and downs, and yes, there have been people that have got excited and then they faded away, and so my encouragement, I try to help bring them back to the why. What was it that that got you excited about Neolife in the first place? Ask them those questions of, why is it that you would, why is it worth it to turn aside from what you had? And often we forget the things that we had, or we often forget sometimes the struggles or trials that we've been through. So reminding them, maybe helping them to understand that that's where you were, and do you really want to go back? And there is a path ahead. And sometimes we don't see the way ahead. We get stuck, and so that's why the support of other people, when you come to something like this, people help you to understand you can go ahead. You can see maybe your shortcomings in yourself, or challenge you in ways that help you to go forward.
Thank you so much. Chelsea.
Are you losing your voice too?
Oh, just hit that age. Chelsea, who are you?
I'm Chelsea, married to Josh, and that pretty much says it all. No, I'm just kidding. We've been on lots of fun trips with him. But we have 6 children. We live in Firebridge, Georgia. We do have a farm, but I won't name. We don't have goldfish. So started this when I married Josh 22 years ago. But he started the journey 26 years ago.
And you've gone to like other countries to live. I mean, it's given you some freedom along the way, hasn't it?
That it has.
If someone in your team has hit a plateau, I'm sure you've done this once or twice. They hit a plateau. What advice would you give them to break through that, fake glass ceiling that's in their head?
Yeah, so I think we hit plateaus in every aspect of life, and so I just apply life examples. I know one plateau many of us hit, or along with weight loss or fitness, right? So the same thing with our Neolife business. Josh and I hit many plateaus. But to me, I always tell the team, that's the exciting part. That is right before you see massive growth, usually. So when Josh and I hit a plateau, yes, it's challenging, it can be discouraging, and it can be discouraging for a team, but a lot of time that's when that change is about to happen. So revamping, reorganizing, just looking at, hey, what is not working, what is working, and never giving up. That's so cliche, but you can't say that enough. Back to the basics. And so a lot of times, if I say hit a plateau, I feel like my team is kind of, all right, we're at this level, people are having a hard time growing. It takes a little bit. I remember one time when we moved to San Jose, California. This is a great example because I married into this business and I got to work alongside Josh. And I joke, like, he had this little business and then I married him and now it's no. He has helped me grow so much and we've, grown together. But, so we moved to San Jose, California when Josh took the corporate position for 9 years. But when I first moved out there, I didn't know a living soul. I mean, I knew Kendra very briefly, kind of recruited her. So I, a little bit of the Neolite family on the corporate side. So I got to experience building from ground up. And it was fun because here I am in a new area and I thought, well, this might be what it feels like for a lot of us starting, right? We might tap into that warm market, our friends and family, and then all of a sudden, who else to reach? So I started thinking, well, what I'm gonna do is act like I'm brand new again and go out and start meeting people and get involved in community. Because here I was, my car was wrapped, so everybody knew what I did. But I didn't have relationships out there. I didn't have rapport with these people. They didn't know who I was. I was just some Georgia girl that said y'all. And so I started getting involved and I started leading like a boot camp. That was way out of my comfort zone, y'all. That was something that was only because of Neolite that I was like, okay, I always try new things, Josh always pushing me out of my comfort zone, so heck, let's go for it. And so I started building relationships. It was so neat because along the way, I got to experience, the certain plateaus. And I told Josh, I said, all right, I got 2 ladies who say they're promoters. One ghosted me, and I'm doing lunch and learns in my house, I'm doing all these events, investing, and I'm doing, I'm looking at the school, they have fundraisers and building baskets, that's how I get the word out. They know that I can give to the community. I'm not just like, hey, hold down little marketing right here in your face. No, we're a amazing company. So anyways, and I told Josh, I said, if I was a new distributor, 6 months in, or I'm sorry, that's the old term, promoter, 6 months in, or even a year, then it would be discouraging because I was like, I have about 12 customers and 2 promoters. And that size of business, yes, I was you make a good little side pocket change. And so, I was hitting those plateaus. But then I just kept going back to basics, getting involved, building relationships, having coffees with people. And then it just, within 1 year, it exploded, and it's just that growth, your muscles are fatigued in that fitness journey, and you have that plateau, and then all of a sudden, just push past it. You lift that 1 extra pound, and then you see explosion, and that's what I experienced. That's when I met Shelly, who says hi to everybody. She said she couldn't be here, but she's a huge love in our team, and it was not giving up and really just revamping the whole thing and saying, okay, dive right in, and I do that with the team all the time. Maybe not right now, I'm not getting a with Josh, but I'll be back.
I wanted to say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Now, is the rumor true? Josh told me the only way to get you to marry him was you promised your world team vacation.
Yeah, but I told him the truth is, I was 5 years old and I told him I was going to marry him, so he thought he would never, but no. He thought he said yes.
He was doing it. Brian, Mike, I know your favorite places on stage. This is where you love to be. What I love is, like Lisa pointed out earlier, it takes all of us. We all do it in our unique ways. You just said it earlier, Don, that we can't mimic someone else. There's some of the principles that are duplicatable, but we have to share it in an authentic way to us. I watched Brian and Mike do this so awesome. It's not fun. Who are you guys?
Well, we are Brian and Micah Stennis, and we have 4 kids, and we now live in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, as of about 3 months ago. So we're learning to say y'all, and everything that goes along with that. We've been taking Neolite products for 22 years, and we've been in business for 7.
That is awesome. So, real quick, how has the Neolite business changed the way you live, i.e. your perspective on life?
Well, live, in the last year, I would say Neolite has given us the opportunity, both with the income and just from the growth that we've been able to accomplish in this business, to completely flip our family upside down. I lived in Indiana for 48 years of my life, and literally if you would have told me even 7 years ago when we started this business that I would even be doing anything I'm doing today, I would have told you you're crazy, literally. But we're now, now living in Tennessee, and completely, again, with the flexibility that the income has given us. I mean, I'm able to, jump out of the mechanical trade and landscape trade that I'd done for close to 30 years of my life and completely try new things. And experiment with things and really think outside the box, which is things I've never really done, to be truthful with you. I just knew I had to provide for a family and, and I, again, just being the breadwinner for the family, I mean, that just was my job to do. And, but literally the income has given us a chance to just, again, I'm running a bait shop, which I don't even know anything about fishing, so that's the, but I love being around people, and again, just being around awesome people from this community. I mean, just the Blaines. I mean, so many awesome, incredible people. Just having a chance to learn, grow, I think has been huge.
Yes, it has really been life-changing for us, and when I sit here and think about all of the impact that it hasn't just had on our family, but I counted in our downline that's here about 28 people, and all of you, and I just sat there and thought about, I got emotional, that's why I didn't want to talk up here, not that I didn't want to, but I've just been so overwhelmed with God's goodness and how He's provided just so many blessings in our life through Neolife. We were able to remodel our home that we had lived in for the last 15 years through Neolife, and totally gutted the house, got it perfect where I had dreamed about it, and then God said, guess what? You're going to move to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee to be with these awesome people. And so we trucked down there, and Brian had lost his job at his, what?
Well, I was asked.
He was asked to step down. They were doing cuts and all that because of all the, stuff. So we're on a new journey right now. We're staying in an RV, and this is our Neolife family, and this is why I wanted to share this, because we are still finding out what it is that God really, it's just a journey. It's an adventure, and I have just had so much fun being able to support my husband, go into where he is at and hear him whistle and sing and have music on and have joy in his heart, because he's been able to dream again. And not saying that where we're at with the bait shop, Dwight is just like visionary, and I love it, and it's just like, we could do this, we could do that, and it's just like, I'm just at this place where I'm like loving our Neolife business, because I can go to the gym, I can share, I just signed up somebody from Walmart, literally, if you want to hear that story, come find me, just a couple days ago. And anyway, it's just really been impactful. We love to travel, we love all of the people that we get to hang out with all the time, and I'm just super blessed, and it's been huge for us.
Can you imagine, real quick, that transition without your Neolife income?
It wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Opportunities. That's awesome. Denise.
Here's my brother-in-law.
I have to travel all the way across country to see my sister-in-law. And missing Chad.
Yeah.
Shout out to him if he's watching live.
Yeah.
Who are you?
You already know who I am. I mean, I introduced myself.
They don't all know.
Well, you weren't here.
You're right.
when I talked, so.
I apologize to her. It was an amazing talk. You guys are blessed. I'm going to have to go back and watch it on the live stream. I'm so bummed. So, we know who you are. You're not going to answer that.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. She's always kept me in my place. I really appreciate that.
I'm older than you.
And I'm not joking when I say that. She has kept me on the straight and narrow more than once. What would be the number one thing you would tell someone to do if they're wanting to build a Neolife business and have success?
Okay. This is my favorite tool, the catalog. In here, it has all the science. I love being belly to belly with a person. They've got all the studies. I just sit down with them and explain. I get out a piece of paper and just start writing. Like, this is what it does. Can you believe this? And you guys, you know what this book says in here? My boss is kind of like, I want to say it exactly the way it said it. Neolife's philosophy.
Absolute, unwavering pursuit of quality without compromise. Okay, that's a company I could stand behind. And I'm a bottom line person, so if you can prove to me that something is better through science, it's actually like John Miller was saying, these things are facts. When they go into these reviews, they're facts. This is what it does to your body. It's awesome. I can sell that and I can stand behind that. And the reason why I say read through this whole book, that's the very first thing that I did because this is what built my confidence. I had a few facts, enough to sell it, and I was just like, can you believe this? If this does, it's saying it's doing what it's doing, this is amazing. And then of course be a product of the product. But I'll never forget what Jerry Bradshaw said. He said, you can plan a birthday party, you can sell me a life. And I was like, yes, I relate to that. You get your list, you set a date, and you decide what you're going to do. You call people, and you have the party. Okay? That's about as simple as it gets. Have any of you planned a birthday party? Okay, and you can sell me a life. So, anyway, I would just think about that. And I have a little hot list that I put on the back of my door. And if I talk to somebody, grocery store, park, blah, 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 I would say, let me get your number. I'll get back with you if I'm not in a situation where I can talk to them. And I put that hot list on the back of my dresser in my bedroom. And when I'm going in and out, I'll say, oh, I've got 5 minutes. Kids are all doing their thing. Get on the phone. The phone number's right here. The person, I'll put down a little, lip that will remind me of what I need to talk to them about and then make it happen. So having a hot list is great. Also finding something that you're passionate about and then collaborating. I keep saying this, but I want to use this illustration. We used to have a candle company. We sold it to our son. He had been soaked, or has been soaked. And we're like, hey, it's Valentine's Day. Why don't we put our candles in with your soap, and then we can create something that we both can benefit from. I was like, good idea. The sales went up for both of us, right? That's collaboration. Collaboration is taking something that only you can do, and only they can do, and putting it together and making magic that you couldn't have done without each other. So I'm super excited about a collaboration that we're doing in August. We've been asked to be the keynote speakers for a home life convention and homeschool, Christian Heritage Homeschool, family retreat for 3.5 days. What's going to be happening during that whole time when I'm talking about homeschooling, what we do, and all the things? I'm building credibility, I'm building trust, and I'm going to have a sign-up list in the back of the booth. I'm going to give you sign up, and I'll give you a free 15-minute consultation on your home. So that's kind of the idea that we're doing. So it's just being creative. Like think about how you can collaborate, how you can, whatever your strengths are, and whichever you're passionate about, and see who you can hook up with, put it together, and have some fun.
I love it, and I love how she started with believability. If you believe in it, you're more believable when you share it with people. And really it comes down to that. If people believe you, they join you. And I've watched Janice, people say it takes 7 touch points, 27 touch points, 37 touch points. Janice takes one. She's the one hit wonder. She's like, here you are, sign up. We're going to get you started. No ifs, ands, or buts. It comes from the believability.
I want to say one thing. Husbands. I was talking to a husband out here tonight. The wife is really the one that in this relationship that builds the business. But I said, hey, listen, all you have to do is say, oh, you totally need to talk to my wife. Give me your number. Okay, this is what my husband does. He's a coach here. He has a rapport with everybody. They love him. They see his fitness, all the things. And so they come up to him and ask him health questions all the time. He doesn't want to deal with any of it. He's like, oh, you totally need to talk to my wife. Let me get your number. I totally follow up with them, and the success rate is like a 99.9. They're going to sign up. They already have, I just call it a 15-minute conversation with them. Okay, so what do you want? If you could change one thing about your health, what would you change? Okay, well, this is what we start people out on, pro-vitality. Explain what it is. I'm going to send you a little 5-minute video, and actually I said that before, and I said we'll talk as soon as you watch that video, because it helps with all of that story, or same thing over and over. So by the time you get to me, they're ready.
Prime the pump. Guys, thank you so much. Like I said, we could have gone all night with these wisdom that's on this stage. Give them a hand, please.